Hello and good evening and welcome back to Girl Chat Sports. I know you missed us.
You did miss us. We took a couple weeks off to kind of relax and take in some March Madness, but we are back with episode 14.
Right.
14.
Is that what we're on?
We're on
I had like
14.
question mark VV and V
What is
question.
it?
Yeah.
We were lucky 13. We talked about sports
that's
betting.
Right, 14.
So this is episode 14. I'm Jamie Collier.
Melissa
one of your
Ferris.
Oh,
Sorry,
stop
I'm
interrupting.
ready to go right into it.
See this? What is going on? We are actually not the only people in the studio.
Amazing women in the
special
studio.
guest.
Yes.
But first, I want to acknowledge everybody who's joining us live on VegasVideoNetwork.com and in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Jump on over there and join us. And I'm your host, Jamie Collier, Michigan fan, host of GirlChatSports.com. So, and this is Melissa Ferris.
Yes.
Who do you like?
Seahawks. Hello. Hello. I mean, it is only like 147 days until the season starts.
Oh my gosh. Do you have like a top?
I have a calendar.
Oh my God. Well, in 147 days.
And the season and the NFL season games comes out tomorrow. So,
but until football season comes back,
yes,
we are learning all about all sorts of different kinds of sports.
We're trying to learn.
We're trying to learn. So today in the studio we have Tami Belt. Hi, Tami.
Yes.
Hello.
Tami is the owner. Are you the owner, right?
Yes.
Of a marketing group here in Las Vegas. She's a second generation Las Vegan. Is that how you say it?
Las Vegas native.
Las Vegas native. And she's also an avid golfer. She's played golf for many years. And she's going to explain to us some of the do's and don'ts and all those funky little terms that, and why golf is not just a male's game anymore.
And if
or a
boobs play
four-letter
a
word.
factor. I've already asked her.
Do
if
boobs play a factor?
That's what I asked, but we'll get to that later.
Oh, I love that subject.
I know. You never know. I mean, I'm just saying.
I've never golfed, but we'll get to that later too.
Wow.
So Tami, tell us a little bit about you. Thank you so much for being here.
Yes.
Thank you for inviting me.
Thanks for saying yes. Yay. Okay, so when did you start playing golf? Was it?
Literally, I grew up playing golf because my dad was a PGA teaching pro here in town.
Okay.
He taught at the municipal course for over 45 years. So if we wanted to see him, we would go to the golf course.
Truck on down to the golf course.
I love it when girls grow up in a family of sports. I did not, so I'm kind of like a way first generation sports lover.
I did.
Kind of, not really.
Yeah.
So that's really exciting. So what are some of the courses that you've played around the U.S.? Just all here, or
Mainly here, yeah.
Mhm.
Mainly here.
what would be your dream course?
Well, my favorite course isn't here anymore.
Oh
The
no!
Dunes. That was the Emerald Greens. That was the best course.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, it was beautiful.
What's the best course here in Vegas now?
Now? Oh, wow.
We'll get back to that one.
Yeah.
How's that? I have never played golf, so I have no
I haven't.
idea.
All I know is that Michael Jordan has the golf tournament here every year. And of course, since today is my competition between MJ and Kobe Day, I thought I'd just sneak that one in. Okay, so.
And this is going to be episode 14, the Michael Jordan Show.
Yes.
How did you fit that in with? Oh, I see how you did that. Okay.
He has a golf tournament here every year. So.
What is the best part of golf for you? What is something that just keeps bringing you back?
What I love the drive.
Like the actual drive in the golf cart? No, I'm just kidding.
That was
Those
my
things go like
favorite part.
4 miles an hour.
They used to go fast.
Really?
They were gas powered and they didn't automatically slow down.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, so we were like throw the sibling out of the golf cart.
Oh, did you have golf cart races growing up?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I feel
Any
like
golf cart accidents that
there's
we
some
should
good
know
stories.
about?
Well,
Or not?
I may or may not have gotten thrown out of the cart, and my brother may or may not have gotten thrown out of the cart.
Competition.
That's how it starts.
Well, I know for me, because we talked a little bit before, I don't know anything about golf. I literally know it's played on grass most of the time.
Preferably, yes.
And preferably. And they use clubs. And some clubs vary in size. But like, basically is what I'm thinking.
Size does matter.
Size does matter. There you have it. There's our show.
That's our show. Thanks. Pretty much it in every facet.
No.
No.
I'm drinking trying to drink some water. It's not wine tonight. So
Well, I know for some of our viewers who also may be like me, who don't know much about golf at all, like, is there any, like, can you help define a couple of terms? Like, for me, I still don't know what a bogey is.
It's 1 over par.
Oh.
Okay, and what's par?
Par is the number of strokes from driving to putting that you're supposed to take on a hole.
It's like a par 5 course or
You're supposed to
something.
take 5 shots.
Okay. And so then a bogey would be if you got 6. What about a mulligan?
That sounds like a drink.
I know. Isn't it a
No?
drink? I don't know.
A mulligan is a do-over.
Okay.
And
wait, you have do-overs?
Well, you're not supposed to.
Depends on who you're golfing with.
The cheating kind of?
Depends on who you're golfing with. Where mulligans most of the time come into play when you're playing in a charity tournament. It's just an extra way to raise additional money. You can buy mulligans.
Oh.
And so that goes for the donation. And that, because those aren't serious tournaments, but when you're playing, I mean, literally you're supposed to play the ball where it lies. And all that.
So maybe Jordan Spieth's caddy could have bought him a few mulligans. Ooh.
For those of you who've been living under a rock, the Masters just ended this weekend.
Yeah, and what's funny is that we actually talked about Jordan Spieth and his caddy last year's season, because we're sports minded, because his caddy made so much money off of him because he won so many of these, of these tournaments.
Did we ever decide if his caddy was single?
I don't know.
Are we stalking him on Instagram yet? No? Okay.
I need to do that. Okay, no, just
put that on your to-do list.
So yeah, Masters.
Do you watch golf on television or?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that typical of a golf fan? I have never tried to watch golf on television. She's like it's almost like a guilty pleasure. She's like, yeah, kind of.
Yeah,
she's like, and bravo.
Yeah. And you get a chance to see the most amazing golf courses.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Like, I mean, Augusta, that's
gorgeous.
Oh, yeah.
So what did you think about the collapse or the teardown of Jordan Spieth and his last 3 holes that he had a lead for? And it just, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was the 12th. He kind of...
Yeah, it was really sad. It happens.
What do you think happened?
Golf is so mental.
Yeah.
It is so, it's more mental than it is physical, but any sport is, I think.
So you think maybe he tore himself down like internally, or maybe it was like a fan thing, or...
It seems like a lot of pressure to be,
It's a lot of pressure, but it's also something can get in your head, and he never said anything. He just said, on any given day, anything can happen, just like in the football playoffs. On that any given Sunday, it's a lot of mental.
And he wears a lot of his emotions on his face. I mean, didn't he say like, "Get that camera out of my face"? Like,
yeah.
Don't
who
film
wants
me right
that?
now?
I mean, who wants to face that when you've?
It's hard.
It's like Cam Newton.
I was gonna say he was a better loser than Cam Newton. That's exactly what I was thinking.
We are so like sometimes.
Too much.
Sometimes not.
But yeah, you get a thought in your head, and it can blow the whole round.
Well, I mean, he had such an amazing, I guess, season. Is that what they call it for golf? Because it goes like all year round. It seems like kind of like hockey. But they went
and Major League Baseball
and Major League. Well, no, Major League. It's like half the year for Major League Baseball. Come on now,
2/3.
Spring training counts. Okay, fine. But do you think because he had such an amazing year, he's kind of like he basically has to like live up to this extreme, I don't know, power that he has. I don't know.
There's a lot of pressure.
What was your most embarrassing golf moment? Like, do you normally play with guys? Do you play with all females? Or do you have any embarrassing moments? That you can share. Okay, you'll tell us after. I promise not to tell anyone or tweet it. Do you have any advice for females? Because I actually have worked at like probably 5 or 6 golf courses. I was just telling you this before the show. I did a country club management internship when I was about 23, and I worked at an Inverness Golf Club up in Toledo, Ohio, and
were you networking there?
I was networking in my early 20s, mid 20s, late 20s. So no, I loved working with at golf courses and planning these huge. We did a lot of charity events. We did a lot of weddings there. Even worked in a pro shop for a season, but have never played golf, and I'm afraid that I just don't. Like, I'm like, I have to take lessons. And then is there like an easy way, if you don't have thousands of dollars to spend to become average, decent, good, whatever, is there a way to kind of get into it?
Well, you need to practice. Just like any sport, you need to learn the fundamentals, and just learn the fundamentals. Don't read everything and don't believe everything that you read and see.
Well, and she mentioned going to the driving range was a good start, which I still have yet to do.
Yeah. And I'll take you out there.
Yeah. So you heard it here first. Tami is going to teach me.
We're going to have a quick Snapchat session of us on the golf range.
I just want to wear the cute little, do you have the cute little skirts or whatever those things are?
I didn't start wearing those until after I was an adult. Seriously.
What about those puffy like shorts that are like balloon shorts with like the leg, like the you have like the those patterned socks,
Argyle socks or whatever. You're thinking of like Vincent Baggins or whatever.
Whatever.
Bagger
Vance.
And Payne Stewart, with the
very
with
fashionable.
The hat,
And golf has like this stigma around it. For me, anyway, just walking into a golf course, most of them don't let you wear jeans, and there's this whole membership aspect.
It's a men's club, pretty much.
Yeah, it's kind of like rugby. I was thinking of, I don't know. So as a female, did you ever encounter, I don't know, any discriminations or anything playing with men or
they didn't want to play with the woman, and especially when I was a kid. I mean, I was a little girl that grew up on the golf course playing from, the championship tees because, I grew up playing golf.
Right. Yeah.
So, they would get really mad, and I'd just stay quiet, and you just play your own game, and you don't get excited when you beat them.
Or were they sore losers getting beat by a girl? What's a championship tee?
Oh, okay. There's 3 levels of tees. Mm-hmm. There's the forward tees.
Okay.
There's what they call the men's tees. Mm-hmm. Then there's I call them the back tees. I don't know. They keep calling them different things because the forward tees used to be called the women's tees, but now
is that where you place
your tee?
That's where you tee off. That's where you tee off. That's where you hit your drive, the first shot of
where
every
your ball's
hole.
Placed on the little
where you
stick.
tee it up.
We are really, really at that level. We're like that little white ball
stick that you put your ball on.
Yeah. The little stick that you put your ball on is the first.
It's called a tee.
It's called a tee.
See, we're learning.
That's the first shot of every hole is the tee shot, and then the championship tees are the back tees. That's where the pros play from.
Oh, okay. I have no idea.
So kind of like pitching mounds. So it's like when you're in the minors or when you're like in T-ball as a kid, your mound's a little closer versus when the majors, your mound's pretty far back.
Right.
And what is a handicap? If you're saying, I'm going in with a handicap of, and I don't know, I've heard people say it a lot, like my handicap is.
It's their average score. That's what their average score is. When you're a member of a golf club, you submit what you scored every round, and then they average it up, and that's your handicap.
It's like on average, like what's a good handicap to aim for? Like what's a good, hey, you're a decent player if you have a
10.
10?
Yeah, 10.
Does that mean
that means 10 over par?
Okay.
Because pros are scratch, and that's 0.
Oh,
and that's a 0
okay.
handicap.
Okay.
So I'd be like a 30.
415. I've played putt-putt golf.
It doesn't go up to that high.
No.
I can
By that point, they just kick me out of the country club. They revoke my membership.
Straight to the bar for you.
They're like, she just goes out there and drinks. We don't know why she plays her membership due. So get off the course. Oh, that's probably why I never took up.
So just on the lighter side of golf, do boobs get in the way? Because I've always questioned it.
That's a great question, though.
Here, listen, for anyone that has natural or augmented chests or boobs, I've always been curious because I played baseball or softball, and you have to. It wasn't like in the way, but for those that had a larger chest, it was a little more, you had a different skill you had to utilize. So I asked, is that like a part of the swing? Are your boobs in the way? Like, have women ever come up to you and like asked for? I don't know. I don't know either.
That's a great question.
Well, mine never got in the way.
Perfect. And that's all that matters for you. So what do you?
No, it would. At some point, it would, just like in any sport, but
But a good sports bra and maybe taping those suckers back, and you'd be good, right?
It's a very visual show.
You adjust your swing. I mean, you swing. Yeah, just like you adjusted your
swing.
Swing, you adjust your swing. There is no perfect swing.
And it's just like any other sport. It's all about your technique and learning and mastering your technique and stuff like that.
And adapting, yeah. Absolutely.
If you were wanting to, like you said, practice, say if you wanted to go in and maybe you bought a set of used clubs. I know my parents have a couple lying around that they picked up at somewhere garage sale. What would be some advice that you could give our viewers on where to start? Like is there a good brand of clubs? Like, do you just walk into the pro shop and ask the cute little 18-year-old in the khaki shorts? Like, what? Hey, that was me at one point. Okay.
Literally, it's about what feels right.
Okay.
They can try to sell you the hype of anything, just like a baseball bat or a hockey stick, or, there's this and there's that and there's this feature. Literally, it's what feels right.
I know. I don't know if you're
good to you.
Oh, okay.
What's the difference between like women's clubs and men's clubs? Because I've seen the difference. I'm always like, can't you just use them both? I mean, they're just a club. Like a bat's a bat. I figure,
Yeah, I like using men's clubs because they're a little bit heavier.
Okay.
They're a little bit heavier. They're a little bit longer. And the shaft of the shaft of the club. There you go.
Oh, this one here. She's on my level.
You are welcome. The shaft of the club is stiffer.
Oh,
wow.
If you can't have a stiff shaft, where can you have one?
And that, I mean, literally, that is the term, that it's got a stiffer shaft.
God, I need to
Such
play
a men's
golf.
game.
So,
Man, when are we going golfing?
Sounds like
it's a woman's game, yeah. There's less flexibility in it. There's less give.
So a stiffer shaft can help you find the hole.
Oh, she comes with jokes.
It helps you hit it farther.
But then that means the game goes quicker. I don't know.
Ooh, good follow up.
Nice. Come with jokes.
But you want to get to the 19th tee.
Oh,
the 19th hole?
19th hole, yeah. That's the bar.
Oh, I see.
that sounds like a long night.
That's the bar.
But aren't there little cart girls that come around and give you some Bud Light or Bloody Marys or whatever it is? I have actually been told that I should play golf because it's a good way to meet guys. And not only like just whatever
Networking.
Guys. Yeah, I'm always looking for ways to network.
Right. Well, actually, one thing I actually read one of her blogs in regards to golf, and she said basically golfing helps you learn so much about a person that you could never get just from a conversation with them. You're learning, do they cheat? Do they have a temper? Are they polite? And are they a good sport? Which is I could totally see all four of those things.
You could go on a date with to see if they have those qualities.
I mean, I think if you're going to cheat, you most likely cheat on a golf course.
Yeah. And if once a cheater, always a cheater. So there you go.
Boom.
Starting taking my Tinder dates to a golf course and they can pay. It's a good way to learn, right?
Tinder,
One of the questions, what's your handicap?
Yeah.
I thought the question was, how stiff is your shaft?
I started something. I'm sorry.
Oh, that was good. That was really good. So beyond golf, I know Tami actually wrote a couple books, and one of them I actually looked into a little bit was called Poetic Justice. You actually wrote poems since you were like 12.
Yeah, I
That
did.
is interesting.
I was just hoping to walk to the grocery store at 12, let alone write poems.
Well, I've been playing golf for many years, so I
mean,
Where did you live?
In Shoreline, Washington, 98133. Hey, I mean, it wasn't like it was bad. It was just like, those times your kids didn't just go all over the place. We drove around, rode our bikes to friends' houses, but like walking to the store was like, okay, you're going to be okay? Like,
But she was writing poems.
She was writing poems and like now has a book full of beautiful poems.
I haven't read your poems. Now I'm
called
going
Poetic
to.
Justice.
Okay. I'm going to have to. Can I get it on Kindle?
yes.
Oh, okay.
Awesome.
I'll download it. Can you recite a poem? Do you have one?
not-
No, not from memory.
We will get you on a video maybe next time.
I took oral interpretation of poetry in college. That's the name of the course.
Now,
I did. I could orally interpret your poems.
So you got credit for oral.
That's when you need the wine.
That's what I need. What I could not even say. That was the name of the class. I couldn't even say it with a straight face.
Oh,
We've
my
been
gosh.
talking. So if you're just tuning in, we've talked about or stiff shafts, finding the hole, and orals in college. So
We're going to segue into our new segment for the show.
Well, this would be the perfect time for.
I think so.
Yes, let's segue.
Since we're already there, if you've been watching our show, we've always had arms of the NFL throughout football season. Where's no more football? I had nothing else to stare at. However, Major League Baseball has started, and these guys have some buns.
I like your spirit fingers.
So, without further ado, I'd like to introduce everyone to hashtag Buns of Baseball.
Buns of Baseball. Or as what Tami was telling me that she has a new little hashtag for us.
Ooh.
BTDF. Buns to die for.
Ooh, BTDF.
We have to credit her, though. She
Buns
came up
to
with
die
this.
for.
That's fine. Thank you, Tami. I really appreciate it. And also shout out to my girlfriend, Cynthia, who also is helping me learn some of these assets within the game of baseball. So, without further ado, first off is Craig Kimbrell. He is a Red Sox pitcher, and I'm sorry if you can't see
if
it,
his
but
buns got cut off.
right here. He has such a nice,
Got a good imagination.
And next, Brett Lowry. He's a White Sox third baseman. This was from the Blue Jays, but he's also tatted and with a nice ass.
Tats? And he's not wearing a big old chunky gold chain. Like, what's with that? Let's do a show on why they wear such funky...
Because they can wear jewelry like that. And then the TBT, because since baseball doesn't have as many players as football, I wanted to only do 2 a week with of course, a throwback, which this happens to be in honor of my favorite team. A little TBT with Ken Griffey Jr. He was a center fielder for the Seattle Mariners.
He's a little pixelated, but still looking fine.
And if you haven't watched before, I used to sit center field with my father and my girlfriend Tasha, and we would watch center field behind Ken Griffey's butt, and that's what just I think drew me into this whole category. As like a 5th grader, I'm looking at Ken Griffey's ass. So
she was out golfing with dudes, so I was again homeschooled. I did not get any of this stuff.
And Ken Griffey also is a Hall of Fame inductee this year with 99.23% of the votes. Oh. Yes.
It's about what Donald Trump has right now. Okay. Moving around. We try not to talk a lot of politics on our show. Yeah.
So, Tim, you'll hang out for a little bit for a sec. We got a few more things.
What's going on in sports?
Well, like I said, NFL, 147 days left.
Counting it down.
The preseason schedule was already released last week, and tomorrow at 5 p.m. Pacific time, the full 2016-17 schedule.
Do you have like a timer on your phone that's counting down?
Because I got to start looking for flights and figuring out where I'm going to go, which hotels I got to stay at for which games.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm a diehard. So
the LA Rams are playing the Cowboys. So
in LA,
I think we should both go, and we would both be rooting against the Cowboys.
Perfect.
Me as a true fan, a true LA Rams
fan for one whole month, or it'd probably be like 5 months by that time.
Yeah, exactly. If I haven't changed my mind,
of course. If somebody else,
do you have a football team?
I have a lot of football teams, and it makes people mad.
Oh, I do too.
Yeah, what is that? For very, very personal reasons. So people are like, you can't like this team and that team.
What's your what's your top of the 5 or 10 that you might have? I mean, there's 32, so hopefully not all 32 are your favorite.
No. Okay. No. I like the Packers and the Bears and the Broncos.
Oh, I like the Broncos.
Yeah.
Packers. Okay.
Listen to her. She's like, Packers, Bears, and Broncos. Okay. Well,
Seahawks.
Such a snob.
Just whatever.
Yeah, I like the Broncos. I'm a very big Peyton Manning fan, so I was a Broncos fan for quite a while.
Until he retired this year.
I had to pick a new team.
He didn't have the whole season to retire but we'll get there anyway. So what's funny about the Browns, Johnny Manziel, while we were on our little vacay, he got released from the Browns. That's Johnny Party Manziel, who
Johnny football,
Johnny domestic violence, Johnny everything else. Him and then there's also his ex-teammate Josh Gordon, who can't seem to lay off a little marijuana.
Moved to Seattle.
Hello, or Denver. Hello. But whatever. So he spent 2 games in 2000, I think all of 2015 he was suspended.
Josh Gordon.
Yes. 10 games in 2014 he was suspended, and 2 games in 2013 he was suspended. So he hasn't played a whole lot these last 4 games because he's pretty much getting high the entire time. He was supposed to get back, released back onto playing again this year. No, not happening yet because he's still testing positive.
Is he getting paid for this, or just sitting around smoking pot
you
and
would
watching
think
Beavis and Butthead?
He should get some kind of endorsement deal from one of these like medical marijuana contracts by now.
That's a $1 billion industry right now.
I would think he has a mental health issue by now if he can't lay it down just to, get back in the game. But what's funny or not so funny is that there was this whole thing about Johnny Manziel in LA living with Josh Gordon.
That does not sound like a positive influence.
Which is like the blind leading the blind.
Or the addicted leading the other addicted.
Pretty much. So
that's not good.
Johnny Manziel was in a passenger seat of a car this weekend, got into an accident. They fled the scene and got picked up by who?
Miley Cyrus!
Josh Gordon.
Sounds like somebody Miley Cyrus would hang out with.
Were you and Josie watching Miley Cyrus earlier? Big ears. So Josh Gordon, probably high, came and picked them up and brought them back to the crime scene. So yeah, wow. Interesting. Good football stories. Another thing is that it looks like Kaepernick is stuck in San Francisco, or vice versa. Frisco's stuck with Kaepernick.
Because Harbaugh wouldn't let him play for Michigan?
No, he can't go back to college. He's used those years. Can't do that. And the other thing that's getting some slack right now is Cam Newton. Poor guy. He was had some pictures taken of him playing water polo in a pool with like water polo gear on. And people had like, why are you out there? Why aren't you on the field? Why aren't you practicing? At least he's not at like a Vegas pool party at Marquee getting drunk with bottles and joints in his hands. So how about you just be glad that he's staying in shape?
Why are there so many Cam haters?
I love Cam.
I mean, I know you didn't win the Super Bowl, but don't be a Cam hater.
Yeah. So in other news, if you are watching us, thank you, because later tonight, there's 2 major games. I will start with the Lakers game. They've won a total of 16 games this season. And if you didn't know by now, Kobe Bryant is retiring.
Oh, my God.
It's his final game at home.
He's got to give away all his shoes.
Seats were $650 for a nosebleed.
Ew.
I wouldn't even, no, it's like a trip
Would
to
you
Mexico.
ever pay $650? No.
Not to see Kobe.
No.
Maybe like the Warriors championship
Kobe
game
10 years ago, not Kobe now.
So Kobe's gone and will be gone. It's like Christmas for me. I've been so excited today. It's like Christmas. It's like Santa brought down this great gift for me from the chimney.
If you didn't know, she's not a big fan of Kobe being a
because
MJ
Michael
fan.
Jordan is my favorite. And so there's just a quick little list that I have in regards to...
Let me pull up this Excel file that I have on my laptop.
that I've already put together for today. That basically MJ is original. When MJ came into the league, he didn't emulate anybody. He took certain things from great players and used those with his own swag. You like that?
It sounds like a poem.
Yes.
It sounds like you're reading a poem. Girl,
right?
go. Come on,
baggy
get it.
shorts,
Get
tongue
it.
out, waving of the legs and the dunks, wristbands on his elbow. The list goes on. But Kobe does everything like Mike.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. From giving interviews, the way that he moves on the court, the way he tugs on his basketball shorts, and even the celebrations after hitting shots. Exactly like Michael Jordan, okay? He threw his teammate Shaq under the bus. He is forever known as a snitch in the NBA.
Oh, that's news to me.
Oh, yeah, that's after the rape issue in Utah.
Wow. Well, I guess he would not be good on the golf course.
No, he is not good on the golf course.
He has cheated.
And MJ is solely responsible for helping keep off Hall of Fame players and coaches from ever winning a championship, like Patrick Ewing, Karl Malone, John Stockton, Charles Barkley, and Reggie Miller. None of them, who are all Hall of Fame players, never won a championship, basically because number 23, he stopped them.
Wow. Like, what are you going to do with the rest of your life?
And not to mention, Kobe has 5 rings, which I saw an Instagram picture of his wife have on. And I thought, is that for 5 different rapes or just...
Wow. Oh, shoot.
I mean, he did give her 1 for the one that we all know about.
Yeah.
Maybe there was 4 more. Who knows? But anyways, Michael has 6 rings.
Golfers.
Michael has 6, so he will forever be the best.
There you go.
And anyways, Kobe will always be number 2.
Show.
He'll always be the number. Kobe's a great player. He has great talent, but he will always be number 2 shooting guard compared to Michael.
I wonder how that feels as an athlete. But that's just me. So I don't know.
Not for me to.
Do you watch any basketball at all?
College basketball.
Really? Oh. I'm a college girl.
Born and raised here. We grew up watching the Rebels.
Yeah. Well,
Grandmama Larry Johnson.
I was going to say, you are in luck. Tune in next week. I was going to give a shout out. We actually have Dylan and Dakota Gonzalez from the UNLV Lady Rebels on our show next week.
Nice.
So we're super excited to do a special edition interview with those girls and learn about basketball because, I mean, you're a huge fan. I'm a college basketball girl, but I want to kind of hear the down and dirty.
Right.
So.
And they came from a family of like athletes. So it'd be super
It's kind of like you, just growing up under their mom was a basketball player at Kansas. So kind of growing up, that same influence of that's how you got started in your sport.
And then we'll also get to see if the Golden State Warriors will be able to surpass the Bulls record for all time.
Oh, yeah, we got to get out of here. What time is it? We got to go.
I know.
Sorry, guys.
That's our show.
It really almost is. Well, Tami,
stiff shafts. No, sorry.
Tami,
oh, my goodness.
Tami, thank you so much for being on our show. I'm sorry that we kind of sidetracked here and there, but
thank you for the innuendos. We love you for that.
Let everyone know where they can find you online. And leave it with that.
Thank you so much for having me.
Sure, of course.
You can find me on my company's website, Blue Cube Marketing. It's onebluecube.com. That's the number 1, bluecube.com. And my book, Poetic Justice. Look for under my name because there's a lot of books called Poetic Justice. So search Amazon or Balboa Press for Tami Belt.
Awesome. And we'll put links on the website. Definitely. So just go to girlchatsports.com/live show. Probably tomorrow we'll have this up and ready to go. But thank you so much.
Thank you.
Follow us online and we're out of here.
So happy to be back. And we don't have balls, but we know how to cover them. Hey.